Hello YouTube, welcome back. It's been 2 days this time, so let's see what our airline has been doing for 2 days in a row without me touching it. Lots of green still. We have some money, so that's nice. We're probably making a profit then. In fact, yes, 75,000. We still have 2 loans to repay, but we could pay them off right now. Shall we do that? Yeah, why not? Let's pay off the loans. So our balance has decreased a bit, but we will really make 78k now instead of 78k minus the loan repayment of 60k. Let's also check on our airplanes. Are they too old now? That's something you should always check if you haven't played the game for a while. They're at 70%. That's fine. Auto airplane renewal, if they get below 50%, they will automatically be replaced if we have the funds. Okay, then let's go back to the world. So all the green is fine. We could increase the ticket prices of some of the green lines, but in order to speed up these recordings, let's not do that. We have a lot of cancelled seats here. Flight cancellation. I'm not sure why. It can be weather, but it can also be the age of the plane. But this one is at 78%, so I don't know. We could try to increase the service, maybe. I'm not sure if that helps. I don't know everything about the game, everything there is to know. This orange line is a bit more of a concern. It is full though, so let's just increase the price. And this red line, red route, is not full, so people do not want to go to this Syrian town of less than 100,000 population. What can we do? Yeah, we could decrease the price, but maybe people just don't want to go there, you know. We could also decrease the flight frequency. Then it will be at 14, which is still a bit too high. So maybe we should just get rid of the route. Let's get rid of it. This is not making a profit. And instead we can have more flights to is this Damascus? Yeah, to Damascus. No, we cannot. To this town here. What's this called? Deir ez-Zor. Let's increase the capacity there instead. Oh, we don't have slots. Ooh, we are at -2 slots. This means that something happened. So we had 0 slots, and then something happened, like the service. We didn't provide a good service, or flights got cancelled, and then the loyalty went down a bit, and the slots decreased. So we are at -2 now. We need to increase the service quality as well. Yeah, we see that the service quality is lower than before, so we can increase that by paying more service funding. Let's try 25,000. It will increase it slightly, which is what we don't want. And if we look at the champion countries here, we're actually at the number 5 in Jordan and Bahrain, and number 4th place in Cyprus, and still 1st in Syrian Arab Republic. Very nice. So we have 35 reputation. We could build another office. And since we don't have any slots here, we are at negative slots in Cyprus and negative slots in Cyprus. Maybe we should build an office, because that will give that office, any office will start with slots. We will also increase our route limits here, but we still have some left, so that's not important. But yeah, we could do that. We could, well, the problem is if we build an office in Syria, that's not even allowed. I keep saying office, I mean base, yeah. If we build an office base, an airline base in Syria, that's not even allowed. We could try, but it says it's not allowed. There's a war going on, so we cannot do that. We could, however, choose to build in Bahrain or Qatar. Let's see how much it costs, first of all. So it would cost 9 million. Yeah, 9 million to build an airline base in Qatar. And in Bahrain, is it Bahrain? I don't know. No, that's Saudi Arabia. This one, Bahrain International Airport, there it will cost 5.6 million. So that one we can do right away. We will also need airplanes, however, and our base upkeep will increase by 10,000 a week. We will get 1 domestic route and 12 regional routes from this base. It sounds like a good deal. We don't need domestic routes. We're not flying within Cyprus or within, well, within Greece we might fly, but we still have a few domestic routes available. Let's build this. Build a base. So we have our third base now. And now we can fly from Bahrain to somewhere. We still have 1 airplane, so we could fly from Bahrain to Kuwait, for example. Let's check where there are flights already. Oh, I also didn't check the airport. There is someone else with a base, Sinalco. It has 3,866 passengers. Sinalco. Let's check on our rival. So we are now in competition mode, guys. We have to beat Sinalco in Bahrain. Oh, we don't necessarily have to beat it. We can coexist. We don't need to become aggressive, but it's an option. Sinalco. That's this one. It has 54 reputation. It's doing better than us. Champion countries: Syria, Bahrain, Ethiopia, Oman, Serbia, sorry, Syrian Arab Republic, Yemen, Macedonia, and Lithuania. So it seems to be focused around Middle East, Eastern Africa, and Eastern Europe, especially with a headquarters. This means a headquarters in Belgrade. But let us check where it is flying to from Bahrain. Manama? What is that? Is that the name of the airport? Oh, that's a city probably in Bahrain. So it's going to Sana'a, Kuwait, Muscat, Baghdad, Addis Ababa, Riyadh, Islamabad, Tehran, Aleppo, Amman, and Bangkok. Okay, so we could choose to either go there but cheaper, or we could just go to other places. There are plenty of places to fly to. However, I do consider flying to Kuwait not from Cyprus, but from Manama. And we see that Sinalco is flying there with a quality of 47. The quality is influenced by the service quality, but also by some other factors. And for 380, we can stay. If we stay below that, then people will use our flight instead, possibly. Let's try. What's how rich are people in Kuwait? Very rich. This is like Scandinavian level almost. All the oil causes the people to be very rich, so I might expect a higher service level. Let's put 3 stars for now. We could always increase it, and we can increase the ticket price. Let's stay below our competitor. However, this will be the only flight we'll try to beat our competitor on. For the rest, we will choose to not stay in their way by, for example, flying to this town over here is a possibility. Shiraz. No international connections, so people cannot fly from somewhere else to somewhere else from there. We could also fly to Abu Dhabi, for example. That's that is actually an international hub. Attracts more international passengers, especially business travelers. Let's fly there. However, we also need an airplane, and we need to take into account how much it will cost to fly there. So we still need an airplane, and we need 500,000. Oh yeah, if you hear any noises in the background, that's my cat. It's playing. So we need 500,000, and we need an airplane. We could start with a Cessna 421 maybe, or buy a second-hand plane. So we can only spend like 1,200 though. Yeah, we could buy a really old one. Instead, let's borrow some money. We need. If we only borrow like 1.5 million, we won't need to pay so much. In fact, we could also try decide to pay it off quicker. If we do that, we can buy a new airplane and still pay for the route to Abu Dhabi. Just to check the flight map, yeah, from Abu Dhabi there are flights going to well, China and Japan, so that's good. Is there an international collection? Yeah, it's an open market, so people can fly there and then fly to Japan. So that sounds lovely. 3 stars probably. Yeah, here they're also pretty rich. United Arab Emirates and create. Meanwhile, just for fun, but not just for fun, for information, let us check how the other routes are doing. So for example, the route between our two bases, our headquarters and our base, how is that one doing? Can view the passenger map. So we see that they come from our from Barcelona and from Rome and from Munich, but also from some other places like Zurich to London and then London to Istanbul. Is that correct? No. Oh no, wait. They go from Rhodes to our airline base, then to Istanbul, then to London, or from Istanbul to the US. Because I believe, yeah, there are some connecting flights to our airport, but also to Asia and to the US, North America and South America even. And the other way, yeah, they're coming in from Asia and the Middle East from our routes, and they go to Europe mainly. Yeah. Okay. And then, for example, this flight to Rome, how's that one doing? So they're coming in from the Middle East and from our other base, fly to Rome, and then take connecting flights to Canary Islands over there and the rest of Europe and the US. And the other way, they come from the US and from Western Europe, fly to Rhodes Island, and then continue to the Middle East over here. So all those routes seem to be doing fine. We can a rule of thumb I have, but it doesn't always work, but sometimes for the not too poor countries it works. My rule of thumb is that the profit should be about half the revenue. That's my estimate. That's the way I did it with my first airline in Western Europe. Here we are dealing with slightly poorer countries, so let's not do that, but we can still, if the profit is really below half, let's still try to increase the ticket price a bit in the hopes of generating more profit. I'm not sure how Greece counts as a pretty high income country still. 39. So yeah, we can do that. This one only slightly. And then here the profit is also less than half, so let's increase the ticket price only slightly. This rule of thumb is just based on experience. There's no math behind that. It's just what I've noticed, that if you go above half the revenue in terms of profit, then your profit starts to go down again, because passengers will just think that the ticket price is too high and they won't come. Okay, well, let's not mess with these to the Middle East just yet, just the ones to Europe, because in case this goes wrong, we will still have these ones that will hopefully stay green. And oh yeah, we do still have 21 slots over here, but the problem is that our other air office in Larnaca does not have any slots. We could upgrade it, but that will cost us some money that we don't have. It will cost 8 million. So right now we cannot. But we'll just see how these routes will be doing. The ones to Kuwait and Abu Dhabi. Later on we will build some more flights, maybe into India or Pakistan or Afghanistan, something like that. And we should not forget to focus on having this diagonal, following this diagonal over here. So you can go to Mumbai or what is this, Chennai, and maybe even further. Once we have bigger airplanes, we could go to Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and here we could go to the rest of France and to Ireland maybe, and southern England, and that's the long-term plan. And maybe maybe our next airline base should be somewhere in Europe, maybe France or Switzerland, something like that. So that's the long-term plan, and it actually went fine. Not playing for skipping one day, so playing only after 2 days. So maybe I will do that more often. We'll see how it goes. In any case, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.